everybody. Welcome to the Mary
and Jerry
podcast. I'm Mary.
I'm Jerry, clearly.
Clearly. Today first of all, welcome to the podcast where we talk about marriage and family.
Bacon and bourbon. Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
And everything in between.
Ba-dum-bum.
There is nothing off limits. This is not a
Well,
scripted.
technically there is kind of, because we're a family-friendly show.
Well, we try to be. And if it's not, then we give you a
warning.
warning.
Fell that apart last week, didn't we? Last episode.
We just went a little sideways on the Not-So-Newlywed Game.
And yet, what do you want to do this podcast?
So this podcast, because y'all love it so much, is an entire podcast on the Not-So-Newlywed Game. Now, we've actually had people ask us, do you guys make up these questions yourself? Yes, sometimes we do. Or do you use a game or something prepackaged? Yes, sometimes we do. So, and we had one listener that reached out to us via our Google Voice phone number. And she was like, is there like a list of questions you ask? Because those are so fun for a date. So I think we might try to put that together for future, but we would love for you to reach out to us. If you check the show notes for this particular episode, there are ways to contact us and let us know your Not-So-Newlywed Game questions, and maybe we'll add them to the pack.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to begin? Midshipman Lenaburg.
I'm ready. Are you?
Because we're going to take turns asking the questions.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning, this was, the Newlywed Game. If you were around in the 70s, it was you ask a question of one spouse and the other spouse tells you what they think that spouse is going to say. Now, we do that sometimes, but a lot of the times we'll just answer it individually. But today we're going to do it by the old school rules, which means you have to give me an answer of what you think I would say, how I would answer the question.
Okay. Just this is being recorded, so she asked for it.
I did.
Okay.
So in the topic of diving deeper, what sort of family did you imagine you would have when you were little?
Oh, that's easy for you. You wanted 2 perfect children or 4 perfect children in their little Catholic school uniforms that would go to little Catholic school, and you would be like the homeroom mother that would bring them cupcakes and little party things. And then we would live in our perfect little house with our perfect little white picket fence, and you would be in the sodality and do the altar linens, and your sons would be altar servers.
I didn't have a daughter?
Well, your daughters would be there too, but back when you were a kid, we didn't have female altar servers.
True.
So, oh yeah, she would have a daughter who you would dress up in little matchy outfits.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how would Jerry answer this question? Again, the question is, what sort of family did you imagine when you were little? Jerry did not imagine a family when he was little. Jerry didn't want to get married or have kids.
Isn't it funny how life turned out? Ain't it? So much for plans, right? Yeah, or as we like to say, well,
that didn't go as planned.
planned.
All right, you get the next one. So you're going to answer it. I'm going to answer it like you would answer the question.
Oh my God.
See if I get it right. Okay, go ahead.
How do you think we work together? How do you think we work well together to balance each other out?
Oh my gosh. Okay, how do we work well together? What would Jerry say?
How would I answer that question?
Jerry would say that that I complain too much, that I have about 3 hours of a project and then I'm out. And then he would say that I'm really good with the vision, but he's really good with the details. Does that make sense? Does that sort of answer it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jerry, how would I answer that question? How do we work well together?
I do what you want. That would be
my answer.
Now,
do what I want.
But
I want everyone to love me
and do things
my way.
Yeah, you're easy to please, right?
Yeah.
But
no, I'm not.
No, you're easy to please. You just want everybody to love you and do things your way, and you're perfectly happy. Mm-hmm. Now, see, these things merge together because you get like let's take an upcoming project that will probably be the subject of at least 3, maybe 4 podcasts, and very likely a divorce.
Are you speaking divorce at this point? Are you speaking possibly of the garage
Oh, well, that would be correct. So we'll
Or
skip.
my office?
Yeah, we'll go to your office.
Or the closet?
The garage actually could be a marriage extinction event. Your office would just be tough. So here's how, but you're right. This is how projects go with Mary. So Mary's office needs an excavation.
Well, because we just put everything there. It's the one place we close when people are coming over. You just put everything in the room and it's clean.
But Mary needs her office now,
right?
Because she has office-y things to do.
Yes.
So we're going to have to go in there. So Mary will have this grand vision.
I already have a grand vision.
She has a grand vision.
Yes.
About 4 hours into the grand vision,
Mary will die.
Mary will run out of energy, and the grand vision will be at best 3/4 done. And then,
if we're lucky,
and then it will be up to Jerry to finish it off to some level that Mary says, I'll finish it up this week.
Right. And I do finish it. I just don't finish it within a day. I finish it within a week.
Oh, that's at least 2 days.
Yeah.
That's at least 2 days of all day, 8 hours from sunrise to sunset, working in that office.
Because when we get down to
at
that
least 2 dump trips, a full trash can, and recycling bin.
And donations.
Yes,
don't forget. But see, the thing is that when we get down to that last 1/4, it's all the stuff that requires emotional energy to make a decision.
No, it doesn't. It's very easy.
You are not throwing out anything having to do with our daughter's clothing.
No, that's in the trunk upstairs.
Yes, and that was part of the last wave through that room. But we waited to make those decisions because we didn't have a lot of emotional margin.
Well, we do now.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Hard decisions will be made.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. All right. So that's
I don't even want to talk about the garage because the garage will be a WWF or W whatever that is.
WMD?
WMD cage match because we will have
World Wrestling Federation, WWF, yeah.
Yeah, there will be significant.
Because you're coming for my Christmas decorations.
I'm coming for everything. I will not discriminate. I will not. No, we're coming for everything.
Wow, I'm really looking forward to that experience with you, Jerry. I cannot wait.
It's going to happen.
So excited.
We're going to roll up to the donation center and they're going to go,
whoa.
Mm-hmm. It'll be like, and I know this is not an analogy you like. It'll be like when we cleaned my sister's house out before we got ready to sell it. That's what it'll be like. Now we have just a garage.
Right.
She had an entire house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of stuff.
Okay, now we could have an estate sale. We just missed the Greenbrier neighborhood garage yard sale, but we could do a yard sale.
No.
I'm telling you.
No.
We could make enough to take a Caribbean cruise just on your Christmas decorations.
No, we'll just donate it to people. I do not have the capacity or the margin for a yard sale. No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Okay, so now we're just going to answer the questions. I don't want to hear what you think I'm going to say anymore.
Wow, that didn't last long, did it?
Well, do you want to continue answering that way?
I'll do whatever you want, dear.
Oh, that is such a cop-out.
I know.
That is such a cop-out.
I know.
So try again, because we don't cop out on this show. How do you want to continue?
We should just answer the questions.
Okay, I know that you prefer it that way. Okay. Yeah. So what do you think?
Okay, I don't want to try reading your mind because it's a dark, scary place there sometimes. Okay, I'm not going to lie.
What do you think?
You're like, what do you think I'm thinking? I'm like, I don't know. I want to know what you're thinking. You just tell me what you want me to do because I just knew.
Moving on.
Well, people say you should walk a mile in my shoes. And I'm like, no, you're not. You should spend 30 seconds in my head. That'll scare the crap out of you. Seriously?
Okay.
Ready? But I'm pumped.
What do you think are your best qualities?
You mean besides my razor sharp wit?
Your rapier wit.
My rapier wit?
Mm-hmm. What do you think are your best qualities?
Do you want more than one?
Oh, no. That's your best quality is your rapier wit?
Let's say my rapier wit. My vast body of knowledge.
I thought you said fast body. F-A-S-T. I was
fast,
there ain't nothing fast about your body.
Works either way. Vast body of knowledge, which was what fuels the rapier wit.
Uh-huh.
My ability to grill meat.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, how about you?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think your best qualities are, and then I'll answer it for me.
Okay.
Your best qualities are you are loyal, you are faithful, you are funny.
I'm a basset hound. He's loyal and he's faithful, except he poops on the carpet sometimes.
You don't do that yet, but give it a couple of years.
Yeah, I say, give me a few more years.
No, I thought that was you're not a basset hound.
Like Rocky the Wonder Dog over
No,
there?
he's not
Loyal
a basset
and
hound
faithful?
either. But you're funny.
I know.
But like,
I have to be. I have to be in this crowd. This crowd that I'm in, I need to be. When I'm the voice of reason in any crowd,
then
then stand by.
Because the end of the world is coming.
Bad things are coming.
Things are coming.
I hear a bad moon rising.
I hear a bad moon rising.
Okay, what else?
Okay.
What about your best qualities?
I think my best qualities are
Go ahead.
my ability to listen well, especially in a crisis.
Mm-hmm.
My motherhood, my spiritual motherhood, like to help and to nurture.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty funny.
Unintentionally, yes.
Wow. All right, Jerry, what do you think my best qualities are?
You are an excellent grandmary. You are like
Thank
you are
you.
like the Catholic grandmary of Instagram.
Aw,
You
you're
are.
so sweet.
You are. I mean, it was so funny seeing those pictures of you in Kentucky, because the one where Stassi is just like
She's so
smiling
happy.
up and
Yeah.
smiling, and then she's like got
Well,
those
she
little
was
baby.
pooping at the time, so
Yeah,
she was
well,
really happy.
Yeah, I get that part. And then she's doing the little baby hiccups.
Yeah.
But she just, she, as my mama would say, she just took right to you.
Yeah. That's the best part.
She just took right to you.
Okay, what's another good quality? Because I gave you 3.
Yes, you are very empathetic, a very good listener. I could never do that because I just really.
You don't care. You're like, and I'm over this. Let's move on. Like, suck it up, Buttercup.
Like, suck it up, Buttercup. That's pretty much
But you're not that way with me most of the time.
So you're very empathetic. You're a very good listener, and you have a way of putting people at ease, which I do not.
Thanks.
Yes, but see, then when you put them at ease, then they want to talk your leg off.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, I know.
Not.
I am not.
You are not. Awesome. Well, thank you. That was very kind. So I am not a basset hound.
No, apparently I am.
What dog am I?
You would be like a miniature schnauzer.
No, that's a yip dog. I would be a golden doodle. Fabulous hair. A yip dog? You're like, what?
You bark a lot. Yip, 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 yip,
Jerry,
yip, yip.
I do not. Only when I'm upset. That's not like all the time.
No, you have as my mama would say, you have the gift of gab.
You need to stop talking about your mama.
My mama, as my mama would say, you have
I have the gift of gab.
You have the
but
gift of
like,
gab.
is it intentional gab? Is it wasteful gab? Is it stupid? Is it gossip? I mean, what kind of gab do I have?
Depends on the situation. You are a natural born speaker.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Moving
probably
on.
what your third grade teacher told you too.
No, she said I would be in prison one day. But anyways, or reform school. Okay.
In third grade?
Oh, dude, I hated school. I got caught cheating on a history test in the 7th grade.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Best score I ever got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just hated school because I just felt stupid there. I felt like everybody hated me and I didn't want to be there. So I did everything I could not to be there.
Like getting expelled?
I did not get expelled. As a matter of fact, I never got expelled. It was not a partial suspension. I did get detention a lot.
How many erasers did you clean in grade
Oh,
school?
I have part of my right lung is dusty because it's all chalk.
I was going to say, did you get
I
like an
inhaled
award?
quite a bit of chalk.
Did you get an award for best eraser cleaner at St. Jude's?
Never really was an award, dear. That's not really what you strove for in school.
Just asking. Okay.
Just saying. Okay, next
What's
question.
fishing?
Ready? What scent reminds you of childhood, and what memory does it bring back to you? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
So like grass, I guess when we take the dogs to the park in the early fall and it's got like that
Freshly mowed smell.
fall smell, it reminds me of because I grew up on 2.5 acres, so spent a lot. We had a creek going through our yard, so that was like our PlayStation when I was a kid was the creek, and then spent a lot of time outside in Boy Scouts. So I just remember that. That smell brings
that
back
crisp air.
Yeah.
The crunch of the leaves.
Yeah. And then you had to rake all the damn leaves.
How many trees did you have in your backyard?
Oh, just a crap
Like
ton.
12?
And this was before leaf blowers. So
yeah.
my brother and I were the leaf blowers,
Did you get down and blow on the leaves or
No, we just had those big honking rakes.
Metal rakes, yeah.
And
did you wear gloves so you didn't get blisters?
No. Just like toughen up. You need some calluses on your hands, son. Shows you do some work around here. That's what my daddy would say.
Wow, we're really calling upon our mama and our daddy today.
Well, we are shaped by our childhood, are we not?
Yes, we are.
How about you?
So my favorite childhood scent would be freshly baked bread.
I was going to say food. Let me guess. Food
or chocolate chip cookies. So my grandma Stukin, my mom's mom, was an incredible cook and baker. She was all things domestic, her jams. She kept a beautiful home and was tremendous in the culinary skills. My mother hates to cook and doesn't find the kitchen enjoyable, but she is an incredible baker, just like her mother. And when we were younger in grade school, Mom would bake like 5 or 6 loaves of bread.
That would last how long?
Afternoon snack and dinner.
I was going to say
8 kids, but you would walk into the house and that smell of freshly baked bread. Oh gosh.
See, now I'm getting hungry.
I know. And then she made chocolate chip walnut cookies, which I make her same recipe, except for I do it with dark chocolate and roasted pecans and a little sea salt on the top, where she just did it with Nestle Toll House and, walnuts.
And how many dozens of those did she bake?
She always doubled it. That would last that would last like 2 or 3 days because she'd portion them out for our lunches. Yeah.
She rationed them for the boys.
For the boys. Screw the boys. He rationed them for me. But yeah, and so we come and we'd have to change out of our uniform and then we go to the kitchen and get our snack. And when you have
Did you have to go do your homework?
No, Mom let us go outside for about a half an hour to run around. And then we came in and do our homework while she was prepping dinner. So when we were in grade school.
Did you sit around the round table so she could watch you?
Yes, absolutely. We did. Until I was in like junior high or high school and then I could do my homework in my room. But
Did you do your homework
I said so I could.
Right.
I was very clear on that.
I just wanted to be clear on that verb.
I didn't say
could or did.
I said could. Anyways, I just remember that takes me right back to the kitchen. And
you do know that's how we know that there's a God in heaven, right? Because you actually wrote 2 books.
I know.
Right. If anybody ever wonders, don't, because that is truly a miracle.
I thought we knew there was a God in heaven because you and I are still married and we like each other.
Well, that's extra confirmation.
Extra confirmation.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, you get to ask the next question.
You already picked it.
I picked them anonymously, and you're moving the table, so now we look like we're shaking on YouTube.
What do you most look forward to about getting old? About getting? You're like, we're already there. What do I most look forward to?
Okay, what I most look forward to is my give a damn button is busted. I don't anymore. And there's grandbabies. They're pretty special. Mine, my best friends, my other friends. Being a mentor is really just a beautiful thing. And I love it so much to be able to accompany women in all frames of life, kind of just sharing my heart with them and encouraging them. I just love that. And I have a lifetime of wisdom that I can draw upon, good and bad. So I love that about getting older. What about you?
Well, let's start with the senior citizens discounts.
Of course, it has to do with money.
Start with
Frugal
that.
Jerry.
Yes, there is the filter thing.
Okay, hold on.
Although you said
you
you've
never
had a
filter.
Yeah. But see, now I can just say, people would just go, Oh, he's just a grumpy old man.
Okay, instead of he's just a rude person.
Right. See, now I can identify as a grumpy old man.
Oh my gosh, we're just gonna leave that one alone.
So
What else?
then second, yes, grandkids are very cool
Very cool.
because you don't have to change diapers.
I do change diapers.
Yeah, but you volunteer for that. I do not. I'm like, Grand Mary, there's a suspicious smell here. And she tried this a couple of times. Well, I'm like, no. No.
All right, what else?
It is kind of fun being a mentor because
Yeah.
you can geese, right? You can be a geezer and geese on them a little bit and say,
Is that an actual
yes, you can
adjective?
geese. That's
We're
like
gonna
you start with, well, back in my day, son. Or, my favorite line is, back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. That's back in my day.
That's back in my day.
Okay.
Back when Reagan was president and all that. Which people look at you because they're like,
because you're old.
You're old, but I'm like, no. We still had the best music and best movies in the 80s. But
Gotcha.
It is enjoyable to mentor people because at some point they do actually think that you know a few things. We know a few things.
It's kind of nice
because we've seen a few things
and
right?
done a few things,
good and bad.
Cool. All right, next question. You get to ask the next question.
Describe something that's exciting in your life right now.
Oh, Jerry.
Yes, dear.
What's exciting in your life right now?
Everything.
Really?
This has been a very tumultuous couple of months. Now, exciting can be good. Exciting can be bad. Exciting can be, oh boy. Exciting can be, oh God, we're all going to die. So, you have to qualify
How about we share the oh boy exciting?
Okay. Oh, well, by the time this podcast is put up, we will probably know that I will be embarking on a new career, which is
so exciting.
Exciting, a little intimidating, but nonetheless exciting.
In all the best ways.
In all the best ways, because it's something totally new, totally different. But it does draw upon my wisdom, experience, and
geezing.
And geezing. There will be a fair amount of geezing, yes. And so we're definitely looking forward to that. You've started a new career too, right?
I have. What did
Crunchy.
I start? Oh, but that's still, I work for a clean beauty brand called Crunchy with an eye for innovation.
Well, you're in sort of a new position.
It's still a sales position.
Yes, but now you're learning about
now I have a team of 250 women instead of a team of 45.
Yeah,
so yeah.
You're learning about management and soft skills, people skills.
I have people skills. It's the leadership of a team that I'm still kind of.
Yes, but now you have leadership skills on a large scale.
I do. And God has totally blessed that effort. And by the time this podcast comes out, I'll be in Alabama filming for EWTN for an appearance there based on my book, Be Brave and the Scared. So that's exciting.
Yep.
I just got back from the Given Institute and mentoring women, and that's exciting.
Yep.
My Resilience Rising course that I wrote just completed its first cohort of 9 weeks of women walking through, learning to be more resilient in their lives and in their faith.
So it's a very exciting time for us. Lots going on.
A lot of geezing, according to Jerry. But I mean, it's taking all of the hard things in our life that we've gone through and the Lord has healed and he's brought us through them. And now we get to lean on that experience and those lessons that we learned.
Yep.
And encourage others to either not do what we did, please, or to just walk with them and accompany them. And I think both of us, we really love that.
Yes.
We're really good at it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Next question. If you could choose your own life obstacles, would you keep the ones you have? First of all, name one obstacle in life that you have.
We can start with allergies. Okay, Your Honor, I don't understand the question.
It's something that's hard for you, an obstacle.
Would I choose to pick a different one?
Yes.
I have no idea.
First of all, what obstacle do you currently have? Name an obstacle, something that's difficult for you to overcome.
Dealing with stupid people? I can't avoid that, unfortunately. So
So the answer is no?
No.
You wouldn't choose something else?
I wouldn't even know what to choose. I mean, the life obstacles I've been given are the life obstacles I've been given. The ones that have made me, the ones that have shaped me, molded me, helped me learn how to geese. So I, 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 I
You wouldn't choose something else. The answer for me is no, I would not choose something else because you know what? It's hard enough to have the ones you've got. And if I chose something else, they would probably be harder. Like, why would I do that?
Seriously, why would you do that?
It's like the story of the little boy that walked into a room and he asked his guardian angel, can I trade in this cross that he was carrying, this hardship? And the guardian angel said, yeah, go down to the room, down the hall and on the right. So he goes down to the room, he opens the room. And inside are all these crosses of lots of different shapes and sizes, but they're all bigger than the one he's currently carrying. And he just closes the door and walks away. And I'm like, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I just that's
not.
That's kind of a crazy question.
No, that's a no. It's a hard no. We're good with the ones we've got.
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah, they've made us who we are for good or bad, right? I mean,
we're still working on them.
We're still working on them.
We'll be healing till the day we die.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next question in the Not-So-Newlywed Game. Describe something you'd hate to do for real, but find exciting to think about. You would hate to do it in real life, but it sounds exciting. I'll answer that first. Bungee jumping. Sounds thrilling. Looks thrilling. I would pass out and have a stroke and vomit all at the same time. I would never, ever do it in real life.
Yeah, probably like jumping out of airplanes. Like
when my mom jumped out.
That's nuts.
So my mom, for her 60th birthday, 23 years ago, jumped out of an airplane. She always
and
wanted to do it.
your father was waiting for her to go splat. He's like, Bunny, is your life insurance paid up to date?
And Jerry sat down with my mother and said, listen.
Why would you jump
Mom,
out of a perfectly good airplane like voluntarily?
In the Navy, we train you to, not have to do that.
Or if you do it, it's because your plane is about to explode.
This is not a good idea. Okay, so it's exciting. It's exciting to watch and look at.
It's cool to look at. I like Band of Brothers is my favorite show, but I'm like, that's a hard no.
That's a hard no.
That's a hard no.
Bungee jumping for me. Okay, you ask the next question.
Oh, interesting. Okay, what do you wish you could go back and tell yourself 10 years ago?
10 years ago. Stop caring what other people think. Stop caring what other people think. Just live your life. Blinders on, stay in your lane, just go. Stop wasting time. And maybe get some counseling for your online shopping addiction sooner rather than later.
Well, if I could go back 20 years, I'd tell myself to buy Amazon. If I could go back 30 years, I'd tell myself to buy Apple.
But it said 10 years. 10 years ago, our daughter died.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think of.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah, I would say that if I would go back to 10 years ago, I would say, okay, get ready for the next part of your life, because you've spent all your life up to this point taking care of her, but you still have a lot of life to live. So go be adventurous. Go take chances. Like,
cool.
I'm fixing to take a big chance here.
You are.
I probably would not have done this 10 years ago.
No, you would not. You would never have considered leaving your field of work.
So
cool. How would you spend your perfect Sunday?
Oh, okay. Well, we have a perfect Sunday every Sunday almost. We get up and we sleep in.
Ish. That means like it's not 6:30 or 5:30.
We sleep in until this
maybe 7:45
comes up.
Yeah, still one of the dogs.
And the dogs are like, Dad, I need to go out and pee now. Yeah, so sleeping in is like 7:30. That's sleeping in. Maybe 8 if we tell them to go lay down. I bring you coffee.
Yeah, that's the best.
We have coffee in bed.
We do.
As we throw frisbees to dogs.
From the bed.
Then we go to Mass.
Yep, we go see Jesus.
And then
receive a little love.
We either go to our friends for coffee.
For another cup of coffee or brunch or whatever, yeah.
Or we come home and the kids come over and we get to hang out with our grandson.
Yep. Or we come home and just
we do a little front porch sitting.
Front porch sitting. We try very, very hard to have Sundays be our day of rest. And we truly rest. Like there's always a nap. Unless I'm traveling.
Not always, because the dogs don't. Well,
no, it's
actually,
pretty.
The dogs
they nap. Good. They'll nap. Okay, so my perfect Sunday is all of those things, but it would always be that we could see our grandson. Yeah. It'd be family time. Like, I love the idea of Sunday supper, and we do it occasionally with our children, but I'd love to do it every week. That would be so awesome. But, life is life, and people are busy, and that's just how it goes. All right. So that would be our perfect Sunday. Now, I could also take a perfect Sunday on a beach in the Caribbean. I'm just saying, with a book and a cocktail, or a mocktail in my case. Okay. What are 3 places you've thought about having? Nope. We're not going to read that question. We're moving on.
I was waiting to see if you were actually going to ask that, because I got answers. Now, see, in the old days of the actual Newlywed Game, what Bob Eubanks would have said, what are 3 places that you've made whoopee beside your bed?
And you're not answering that question.
Not unless the people want it. They'd have to ask.
No. Moving on. Family friendly. Let's try another one. What's the one thing you want to do together that you've never done before? And it is a G-rated answer, sir. I want to take you to Normandy, France, and stand on the beach with you. I want to travel with you.
See, I was going to say, I'll take you to tea at Fortnum and Mason.
Yes. In London.
To drink with our little pinkies.
No, you would take me to tea at Fortnum and Mason, but you're also going to take me to tea at the Ritz in London.
Sure. Basically, we're just going to drink tea all over London.
It's a mortgage payment, but it's going to be a really cool one. Okay. What would you? Is that what you want to do? What do you want to do? I said the Normandy beaches. That's what you'd want to do together. And you'd say, for me, the tea. Okay, cool.
But see, the Normandy beaches would be part of that package tour that you'd start at Normandy and end up.
Oh, I know. It's World War II. Got it. We're going to all the places. That's in Band of Brothers.
Yeah, don't think you're just going to get one.
I understand. I'm not my first rodeo, Lenaburg. No. So when you experience stress or overwhelm, how do you like to be supported? These are really interesting questions. When you're stressed out and overwhelmed. Oh, Jerry, golly dang.
It's very relaxing. Reduces stress. I'm just saying. Bong chicka bong.
No.
Bong chicka bong.
Other than that, Jerry. Oh my gracious. That didn't even enter my mind.
Well, that's not how you reduce stress. That's how I reduce stress. Anyway, moving on.
How else?
So these days, if I have the opportunity, I will take the dogs for a walk.
Yeah.
That's a very it gives me a chance to clear my head, think. Sometimes when it's stressful, it's good to have a sounding board, talk it out with you. Or sometimes I just sit on the front porch, drink bourbon, and brood like one of those English people from those movies.
An English lord.
Yeah, like an English lord. I just sit on my front porch and brood.
And stare at our neighbors.
That's right.
Sorry, neighbors.
Yeah.
I bake.
Which I'm in favor of.
You would like me to be more stressed out?
No, I just like when you bake.
I bake, and
Weird
then
you don't do stress cleaning. We have a lot of friends that do stress cleaning. That is not you.
That's not me. I bake. I sew. I create something. I craft in some way. Yeah, that's what I do.
You don't stress clean.
Or I take a hot bath or shower and go to bed and say I'm done with the world. Goodbye.
Yeah, well, I get you.
Okay.
Which sometimes leads to my favorite stress reducing method.
You just had to do that, didn't you?
I did. I did. It's
Describe
mutual stress reduction.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Describe some times or areas in which you find it most difficult to be open and honest with me.
I just did.
No, that's you did not. Reduction. No, come on now.
Open and honest with you.
Where you find it difficult and challenging.
Not much anymore. I pretty much let you know what I'm thinking.
I would say in areas of the budget.
Oh, I'm pretty open and
No. I'm talking about myself. Where I find it hard to be open and honest with you.
Yes, I know.
I actually bought those shoes. Yeah. I hate that. But I'm working on it. It's just going to be a lifelong struggle for me. But no, you're pretty open and honest. And we, as far as our history is, as some of you who listen to this podcast know, our history of addiction that exists in our marriage and so forth, we don't mess around with that. Like if there's an issue, we both bring it forward pretty darn fast. Because we're not going back to those ways or those days. Okay, a couple more.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great question. What would the title of your autobiography be?
Well, that didn't go as planned. Or sometimes your life is just lived as an example of what not to do.
That would be yours. I would love for you to give me mine. What would be the title of my autobiography?
Just buy the shoes.
Yes. Just eat the damn cake.
No. For you, it's just buy the damn shoes.
Oh, I don't know why we just got a thumbs up emoji on our video. But thumbs up, see?
I had no
Is that
idea.
the Holy Spirit saying, yes, just buy the shoes. Woohoo!
No, I don't think that's it. They might be saying that we're about to run out of battery.
Oh, okay. Well, here, we've got one more. Oh, no, I'm not telling. Nope. Okay, let's go one more.
No, let's skip that one.
We're not even going to ask that question. Okay. No. What were the major turning points in your life that got you here? We'll end on this question.
Well, our biggest turning point in our life was Courtney.
Yes.
And our wonder dog here. Hi.
Well, before Courtney, though, the biggest turning point for me was meeting you. And then Courtney.
Yeah. Okay.
And the experiences we had with Courtney. And for those of you that are watching us on YouTube, Maggie is currently licking the microphone.
I think our dogs
would like some attention.
All
right, Jerry. Well, anyways, we hope that you have enjoyed this episode of the Mary
and Jerry
podcast, where we did round robin, or whatever you call it, questions and answers of the Not-So-Newlywed Game. And today we did use a pre-written
talking points cards.
They're called talking points cards for couples.
You can get them from Amazon.
And you can get them from Amazon. We'll put them in the show notes below.
But if you have any questions for us,
please do Instagram us, email us, DM us, leave us a Google Voice message, and we would be happy to answer those questions for you. So thanks for joining us on this episode of the Mary and Jerry podcast. Until next time, friends, God bless.